Yes. The healing ward.
Yeah, healing ward for Spectre.
Is that even...
I wanted a carrier that doesn't die to brew, like doesn't get pressured by the brew, can actually take down, like participate in team fights early to mid game. I think this is like a different playstyle for Arteezy, but I think it's really important that they can include all 5 heroes early on this game.
I accept classic counter, old school counter, but in the middle?
Yeah, right now, I don't know, man.
I mean, Jug's only weakness is the laning stage, in my opinion. He just usually has a crappy start, and he's got Bane against Rubik, but like a support duo.
Yeah. Right, and I'll take that and say you're playing probably the best laning team in the world.
This hero has many issues, like especially this game. You see, first of all, the healing ward is cannot be very good. Winter Wyvern can easily hit it, and Brewmaster will just kill it. So the healing ward is not going to be that much of a factor. And then, like every time I see this hero in like a pub, it's so underwhelming. Like it doesn't. You ult someone and all. He Manta, Spectre Mantas. Your ult doesn't do anything, and then you're useless.
Cold Embrace is there as well. Like,
yeah, this is.
It's so hard to play. If there's someone who can make it work, it's probably Arteezy though.
It's not going to be your win condition, so yeah. The thing is you have Enigma for that though. Like maybe it's not the best against the Wyvern Spectre with the Enigma, but...
We often have this when we come to Southeast Asia, by the way. If you're not familiar with this, Brian, we go to stadiums and at some point during the tournament, the crowd will chant Na'Vi, even if they're not actually at the tournament.
Even today.
That popular. Dendy's not even on the team anymore. Yeah.
I admire consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you need smell and something explosive that can be a win condition here, like Brian said.
What are the lanes right now for these 4 that we've got?
On which side?
What on Evil Genesis?
I think just Bane, Jug, and Kunkka, Enigma.
Yeah. We'll just go back from Mirana, maybe?
There you
go. For the Amber. They go for the flashy Amber.
So, the Kunkka is a support?
Yes. Yes. I like Monkey King a lot for VP.
Yeah, they haven't got good control for this Ember right now, which Monkey King doesn't really solve, but it does give you that lane winner. The issue is they're going to make you dodge the lanes then. We could see like an Enigma go mid.
I wouldn't mind. Did they ban Invoker? They didn't ban Invoker. I could see Invoker again, honestly.
Monkey King.
BSJ, my man.
First prediction corrected the turn.
Well, he's tied with me.
Worry, there's one coming up you can get wrong. we can set the score back to where it should be.
All right, another intriguing draft between Evil Genesis and Virtus Pro. Game is just I'm just waiting to see what those lanes are going to be. And it does, yeah, it's crit on the Kunkka, okay.
Do they send Enigma mid?
Yeah, I think that's what they're toying with a little bit at the moment, aren't they?
Send like Ember to the off lane against the Spectre maybe,
right.
or Jug
put S4 in the middle.
It's pretty yikesy.
You might need to though. Like, otherwise, how does Ember have a game if he has to lane versus Monkey?
Yeah, that may be what it is. Right then, gents, let's start at the other end this time. Gods, tricky drafts.
I refuse to believe in Jug. VP.
Wow, okay. No Jug believer in the first position. What about the middle?
Jug's one of my favorite heroes. I think S4 is ready to step it up on Enigma. I want a game 3, so I'm going with VP.
Okay. that made perfect sense. Henrik.
It's pretty easy. I realized that BSJ is always wrong, so I'll just go with VP. Easy prediction. BSJ went EG, didn't you?
No.
Switch
no.
it.
See, he was just trying to catch you out.
Oh.
They're just trying to be tricky over here on the panel. Gents,
I got baited.
I'd imagine, Toby, that you are, on a scale of 1 to 10, you're probably at 463 excited right now for another Rubik Enigma game.
I'm about as hyped as this crowd is right now. Like, Kyle and I have had the pleasure of casting 2 series already, 2 games this tournament where we had an Enigma versus a Rubik, and in one of the games we had a potential for 5 black holes in one team fight. So yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah,
I'm a little happy.
I figured you would be. Enjoy, boys. Bring us your best.
Thanks, Paul.
Thanks. Kyle, again, let's think about our draft. The panel went heavily in for Virtus Pro, even though BSJ gave every single reason why EG should win, because he wanted a game 3 and still went VP. How do you swing on this?
It's a really cool lineup, and I think EG has the tools now to make moves in the mid game like they did in the previous series, previous game. VP now is the slow, ult-dependent, team fight reliant lineup. EG, you have Sumail Ember. The only way I see him not taking over this game is if he gets absolutely crushed in lane by Monkey King, but I just don't think that's going to happen. And he's going side lane items. I love this.
Oh, you do
They're gonna put S4 mid. This is perfect. This is exactly the way I think EG wants to lane this. It's gonna be very important that they try and disguise their lanes, because an Enigma might lose to Monkey King, but you'll trade and out-level him. All Sumail needs is levels, and then you have that 1+1 concept where all these cores of EG plus any support, any lockdown, easy kills all over the map.
Well, I can't wait to see if they can do it. There's only one thing I want to say before we get the bounty battle underway. I guess I cannot believe that S4 has no cosmetics on his Enigma. That is one Baron Enigma set. Almost brings a tear to the eye. Look at that. Look at that. What is that? What is that? Come on, S4. Step up your cosmetic game. But 10 seconds, the bounties look to spawn up. I want to keep my eye on Roger. For me, like, he's always one of those superstar players. And the Rubik has just been a superstar hero for this tournament. Beat in the hands of Yapsor, all the other talent. Looks like we'll end up having a 2-2 split on the bounty runes. Crit will take some extra damage on the bottom for it. But everyone's into their laning phase. So as you said, S4 running the mid, running the 3 Mango style build Enigma up against the Monkey King. Just going to try and dominate that lane. And does VP change it? Do you just TP out of this and switch the lanes up?
You definitely don't want this matchup. However, it's tough because you don't ever want to leave mid, especially this early. The lane's always pushing too, so you will certainly miss a creep wave if you try and rotate out, unless you teleport, and you can always just TP back.
Whereas Ford, he's not even getting the last hits, and like, he's lost all of his conversions and no one, because that stick is so damn huge. Just able to reach and get the denies out against him. Yeah. Bottom lane will be an interesting battle as well. How's Ramses play this one? You talk about the mid being a nice lane up for Enigma, but how do the other matchups work?
Bottom, I think this is super favored for the EG lineup. You have Wyvern with 42 base damage, Spectre with 48, and you can't take off Flame Guard once Sumail hits level 3.
Posh is going to be a little careful.
Yeah. And we doubted the Jug. This hero is not very good right now, but when you hard counter the enemy core and you have a super favorable matchup against the enemy offlaner in lane, why not?
Yeah, if you can make it work. Sumail's getting zoned out right now by the Winter Wyvern. No Arctic Burn level 1. He went for the Splinter Blast. Just trying to be a real pain, and Sumail is tanking it pretty hard. He's still got a salve available. That's why the Spectral Dagger flies forward, hoping to cancel it. Ramses does not get lucky with it, however. As Rogers grabbing the creep wave from the top, trying to change the momentum. Arteezy is kind of farming up against 4 heroes, 4 creeps underneath the tower with the pressure from Pasha. He's not a healthy man, but this is a juggernaut.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter. Your sustaining lane is so good once you're willing to put the point into healing ward.
Even though they're in different lanes, it still feels like this game.
Spider Fist already used the Splinter Blast. Sumail so slow, but the Kunkka Torrent making it difficult for Ramses and Solo to keep the pressure up. They are just burning through everyone's regeneration. They've all got sticks.
Yeah. And this game is going to come down to Sumail and no one. They're the players that can move around the map. No one has a lot of pressure on him to perform this game. No one else can connect.
12-9 to the 4-5 of S4. You want him to work? He's working. And then grabs a double damage rune as well from the top river, adding even more pressure.
He got 6 Eidolons with a slam as well just then, so he's got a lot of extra gold thanks to S4.
This is a nice little thing for the off lane for a little bit of extra sustain, the ability just to X mark and then TP back, bring extra consumables for Sumail. So even though this lane is really just pounding into each other, EG knows that they've got the better courier. It's Kunkka.
And I expect them to pull even further ahead as they get more levels. But Wyvern Spectre, again, another OG special. It's mid lane.
S4. He's going to be real careful when that 4-1 hits. Up, bounce, till no one. Styling.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah. Tip him to the tilt.
And this
S4 instantly returns to the mid lane, but no one knows he is winning this mid lane so hard.
This is when VP is the scariest, when they play with so much confidence, when they can be always aggressive, 100% playing to their limit.
He is just going to TP out. Arteezy doesn't go for the spin. And a smart TP only goes to the tier 1 tower. So Pasha's quickly back into the lane. While on bottom, Sumail, not a healthy man, looking to run out of here. Doesn't have the flame guard security. He's got a sprint. Oh, the splinter blast from Solo. Potentially could have dodged it with Sleight of Fist, but needed more than just Solo there to make that work. And Virtus Pro having a good start to their laning phase. Pasha's kind of gone bush.
And just a difference in style. Sumail buying boots at the side chop, whereas Ramses, he's going to almost finish his Aquila and bought extra regen. Sumail doesn't really have the strongest laning power down here until he gets more items and levels. Level 5, level 6 are his peak. Top though.
Roger's got the haste rune. He was looking for initiation S4, but S4 is being very, very defensive. So he doesn't get the opportunity, so instead Roger comes down to bottom lane. And he'll be able to catch up to Crit to work with Solo. Arctic Burn's up 2 if he wants to try and turn. He baits it in, so Roger, haste rune, close the distance, and this is a very, very dead Crit trying to battle for the 5-minute runes. Ramses will move over to a nice double torrent, and Crit just wants to escape, but it will not happen. Pulled back in, he'll go for the rune. Roger stands right on top of it, and Crit, they're just playing with their food.
And Ramses gets the last hit. VP, the best in the world at ensuring that their cores always land the kills if possible. And with a performance like they had last game, you can probably imagine why.
Yeah, the 0 deaths. That's the way you look at it. So far they're keeping that up with no one in Ramses. A kill apiece, no deaths to their name, and then being efficient with their shrine. Able to get both the mid and the supports regenerated up. Because this does give a little bit more space to S4, who's starting to gain some of these levels. But when does EG actually have aggression? When do they have a play to make?
It's all about the levels. This game is perfectly fine for EG, even though they're behind in the lanes. Arteezy's free farming, and the issue with Monkey King as a core is that you don't have that innate survivability. You have no tools to defend yourself if you're jumped on, and sure, you beat an Ember every hero in this game in lane. Oh,
Arteezy just solo kills Pasha.
Yeah. And that's exactly what could happen to no one if he's ever stunned out in the
They're
open.
going again. X marks the spot onto Roger. Doesn't allow Crit to get the torrent combination, but with Fly rotating in and the Searing Chain, Sumail holds Roger in position. And the core gets the kill. They can back up and shrine as well. S4's gone jungle too. So he'll be able to claim some of it.
You got a Flying Courier with DD headed top.
That's, yeah. It's a Monkey King. He'll bounce up, bounce down. Arteezy has spin. He'll move back underneath the tower. No one. He's going to taunt and stay with him. Where's the TP support? Arteezy jukes it with the Quelling Blade. But of course, you got the Boundless Strike. Slow him up with the clap, with the hit. And damn. At one day, that like 7.20, they take 10% off the stick's length.
Yeah. I mean, no one just embodying the Teddy Roosevelt philosophy. Speak softly, but carry a big stick. And Arteezy just got the business end of that. And I don't know if you really had a move there. He had to pray for a juke, but really well played by no one, ensuring he lands the stun just for the proc. And then, of course, he's able to finish with one more touch. And now just eluding the gank. Or is he?
Yeah, they have Black Hole available. Rubik's nearby, doesn't have level 6. S4 just comes in closer, and he grabs both of them in the Black Hole. No one's the one they wanted at the very beginning, but they still haven't got him. No one trying to bounce away. The damage from S4 will be able to finish the job. Arteezy, no Omni Slash available. Solo trying to Splinter Blast, slow him down. Spins up for Arteezy, but he needs to close the distance under Roger, which he just could not do. But the Monkey King, the #1 net worth hero on the field, does die.
Yeah. And you can see it's just very difficult for no one. Once he's exposed and he catches a couple of stuns, Monkey King needs stacks and the ability to play on the offensive in fights. And the way EG's lineup works is going to be constant tempo. Ember, Kunkka, Enigma, all these easy, cheap stuns.
Sumail needs to get the hell out of here. The bounce down, Sumail, he's got Sleight of Fist by some time, but once no one hits so quickly, he doesn't even have an Echo Saber. He's building into that, but he still gets those Jingu charges up so quickly.
Yep. This is the first time I've seen a Monkey King that wasn't mid one play this offensively out of the mid lane. Like, this is how we needed to play. I questioned how VP planned on influencing the other lanes, but obviously no one says that's my job. He's made kills now on both cores and both side lanes, and now he's mid.
Okay, sure, that's a support, just dive it. X marks something, Crit try and juke it in the tree lines, bought some time, Fly's gonna arrive, Crit, the bounce up, he'll still go down to the Fade Bolt of Roger. There's no one Takes to the trees.
What if you're going to be playing a high-level Monkey King against this sort of competition? It's all about utilizing your stacks. So he gets the kill bottom and can immediately look to dive mid because he still has 3 Jingus. You can see the damage that outputs.
He's going again. Slap him down with a balance strike. Bounce in as well. S4 needs some space. The Maleficent will buy him a little bit of that. Up and away. No one. Can he reach him? Roger. He doesn't have Fable to Babel. S4 back to the tier 2 tower. He'll get into safety range. No one Maleficent. No one. What have you really got? They've got the support. S4. He's away to safety. But the damage from the tower is way too much. S4 actually claims the kill. Then into Omnislash. Goodbye, Roger. Solo dive the bottom lane in the meantime. And all across the map, EG are finding the kills, and now they actually have the advantage in golden experience.
Yep, this is super good for EG. They just have the ability to control pace from this moment on. It really just takes that one mistake, and all of a sudden, VP, if you're not fighting with Wyvern, Brew, Spectre, Haunts, I mean, even Monkey King, you need these to have the power to contest EG. But once again, they're the team this game that can be in and out so smoothly. They don't risk any big cooldowns. They can always dive. And how do you kill a Juggernaut in this game? Your only BKB canceling disable is going to be that Wyvern ult, and that's also what you're counting on for the Enigma.
Yep. This is just the power of the draft. We'll have another quick look. S4 on the run. No one just willingly tanking so many hits from the towers, and it's just the conversion attack. Flies after him, kills him off. We can come back to the world alive, and that's with Winter Wyvern getting dived down. They were hunting him for a while, but the Brewmaster's already been committed. Juggernaut has no escape from this, unless Samal wants to help him out. Artita's already been pulled back in again, and then they move towards Fly. Send him up with the Storm Brewing. He'll hit the ground right on top of his own Observer Ward, and man, yep, there's no Fly. Okay, well, he'll make him work, but still dead.
Meantime, mid-tower, that's an HOD Enigma. This is the power of the hero. This is why it was banned by EG first game and first picked here. You get 30 seconds of space, even though you got absolutely destroyed middle. Look at the net worth. He's tied with no one, and he's going to output objective pressure, which is something Monkey King really never does until he's 4 or 5 slotted.
Make the most of this game, everyone. I highly doubt the Enigma will get through the ban phase if we go to a game 3. So enjoy it while it lasts.
And he took the most critical tower as well as Dire. That mid-tier 1, now it's an easy move to the bottom area. Fly placed that ward just before he died on the shrine, so they'll be able to see rotations. And
Fly.
Asleep.
Nightmare, he found Roger. Support's coming in. Crit's going to follow up with the torrent at the perfect timing. Goodbye, Roger. Samael just walks in and with the immolation finds the kill. And that catapult army of conversions just takes another T1 tower. Do you keep going?
I think
Black
you do.
Hole is up.
You gotta fear the Wyvern 6, but he doesn't have it yet.
Even if you have the Wyvern 6, as long as Crit stays back and uses the Ghost Ship, are you really that scared?
Yeah. A Midas picked up on Pasha. He's got no split. VP certainly going to look to take this game late and win their game around Roche, probably like 3rd or 4th because they're massive team fight.
It saw the tree stacked up, but Samal Spirit doesn't jump close enough to actually break the tree.
Look at
the Monkey King does not get stunned out, but S4 he just keeps going. Virtus Pro unable to get into position while they're worried about losing Hero Fly. Okay, he'll just walk into 2. Nightmare 1, Fiend Script the other, the follow-up stun, but here comes the ship. In from Crit, able to connect onto him with the Midnight Pulse. They're burning through. The 2 heroes, Ramses has joined the fight. The bottom tower still going down to the catapult, and with the hold. There's the stolen Fiend's Grip on the Rubik. They'll find the kill and the denial of the tier 2 tower on bottom lane.
I would have liked to see S4 drop his Midnight Pulse a bit earlier just for that area control. I think that tower is worth far more gold than maybe an extra hero kill. They have so much vision now in this bottom area of the map, and pretty soon Arteezy's going to be able to play there. He's rushing Battle Fury. I think that's the right choice. Both teams looking to ramp up and ensure that they have the power to scale into the late game.
Yeah, but EG's having a lot more space than they did in the previous game. Like, even with the Tier 2 tower being denied, yes, they would have liked the gold instead of a kill, but it's the real estate that Virtus Pro is losing out on. No Tier 1 tower in the mid, all Tier 1 towers on the bottom gone. Many times we've seen the Dire side just control that Southern Radiant jungle, but where does EG fight? Directly after it. They'll come underneath the Observer Ward, and Ramses knows he's got to get the hell out of here. Observer up from EG. Solo's underneath the tower, and they may as well just dive to kill him off.
Yeah. I mean, he has vision of them.
Yeah, he
He's
definitely
level
does.
6. And that's a haste on Sumail.
He's got no TP available. Well, Side of Fist is going to miss. Solid just juking on the hillside, but Sumail, he'll walk up to him. Thanks to that haste rune, there is no escaping for the Winter Wyvern. He's got Curse available, and that's the reason why EG is so heavily split. Just let Sumail do the work.
Yeah, and I feel like Sumail's going to go off this game. If there's anyone that's going to style for EG, it's going to be the side lane this game, but the superstar mid. I don't think they have enough to deal with Ember until they have a Hex on somebody.
Gonna try and fight him up on top lane. Pasha didn't really go many combat items. He went for a head of Midas as his first item, but he's watching Sumail pushing the tower. They had their Observe Ward de-water to Roger. He'll arrive. He's looking for some kind of grab. There's still 13 seconds before the Fiend Script comes off cooldown. And thanks to Spectral Haunt, they find Crit. And he's the one they're going on to. With the ship flying in, maybe he'll actually sustain a lot longer. No one will still find the kill. As underneath the tier 1 tower, S4's backed up. Send him up and towards the air. Ramsey's there with all the Brewlings. Sumail wants to help out. Now back in. S4 with a Splinter Blast. He's so low on life. He was about to begin the black hole, but could not get it off in time. And with the support rolling in from Virtus Pro, they can survive under the tower. Pasha's not a healthy man.
That's
Evil
well done.
Genius is able to actually get back out there with also only the Conqueror and Enigma dying.
Yep, exactly. And look at S4 microing the card, trying to keep that tower alive. That's fine for EG. You only lose 2 after all those ults committed. Arteezy was farming that
Fiend
entire
Script.
engagement.
Roger has come back off cooldown. The stolen one. Solo's going to arrive too. Have they got enough damage? Sumail takes the bounty room while he's here. Sure, some bottle charges. Slide of Fist. Spirit needs to jump faster and away, but no. Oh, Spirits! Roger sticking with him. Sumail's Flame Guard. It'll protect him, and then they will shrine up Sumail. But Roger, this is why we watch the Rubiks very, very closely.
And look at this, S4 still. He kept that tower alive. Look at the cart in the mid lane. Really great HOD control. And now look, Sumail's going to take that camp along with this huge creep wave. That's going to give Ember level 10 all of a sudden. Crit's going to find Rubik running up the high ground.
Well, here we go again. Send him up, slap him down, and the ships come flying in. It's Roger doing his work. Arteezy, he doesn't actually have the mana. Actually, he does, yep, for Omni Slash. If they want to try and go on this, Arteezy putting down the healing ward to begin with. Now he's actually short. One charge is up, but he didn't get the Omni Slash off. With no one arriving, they get the kill onto the Juggernaut.
That was a bit unwise. The issue with Jug is once you blow that spin, you just all of a sudden have this red X on your back. And the enemy side knows that you just die if they're able to land pretty much any ability on top of you. S4 does get top tower in the meantime.
Yep.
Sumail invis, hunting middle, has the regen baubles as well, but only 2 remnants.
He just found Solo. He'll only need to stance it off, up and towards the air, but that's the reason why the Searing Chains are up and Spirit forward. Solo cannot make it down the hill and away from Sumail in time, but Sumail playing on the edge of his mana, but with the regeneration room bolted up, he is good to get back to full.
Arteezy stealing the mid wave from him, like every true carry should.
His #1 net worth and still needs to get that last item, that Demon Edge, to finish up the Battle Fury.
Yeah.
Then that farm rate massively increases. Roger going to be able to steal spin. That's a nice little thing for a Rubik.
And also look at the bottom ancient stack. There's a triple there already. There's another double and a double hard camp in the top area of the map. And that's all for our team.
Top lane, Spirit jump over forward with the Side of Fist Searing Chains. They hold him in position. S4 commits the black hole, but Ramsey, he's Spectral Haunted out. Crit was on the edge. You were never going to hold him. This ain't Alcatraz. And Ramsey wants to go for more. The Spectral Dagger flying up to Sumail. Mistakes were made. And they'll send him up with the Storm Brewling. No one ready to jump back down again. Roger, he's got speed, he's got some damage. What have you got, Sumail? Pick up, throw down, you've got nothing.
Well, once again, EG just getting punished. They're making aggressive moves because they have vision, but I don't know if they need to force these engagements. The first time, Arteezy was the one in the fighting, but Ember is still farming. Now they swap roles, they still lose heroes, and really well done by Pasha, the unsung hero of VP. He doesn't have a Blink Dagger, yet it feels like every split he's used has secured the team fight and found an extra exit kill.
This win probability does not look good for EG, for a team that has not even 1,000 gold disadvantage.
Yeah.
They just swing it, but of course we know how Dota Plus loves to favor Spectre these days, so we'll take that with a grain of salt. Look down towards bottom lane. Nightmare out from Fly. Fiend's Grip is also available. He's trying to buy time for RTZ and Samel to rotate over. Without a split, you know there's no way he's going to escape anyway. And with the Dire Observer Ward, good sentry down from Solo. He just can't stick around to kill off the ward. Well, he'll throw his own sentry up on the hill. Countered by Fly.
This is when Jug can start to take off. Yeah, the win probability doesn't favor EG, but they are still ahead, and it's anybody's game. I like the decision, again, from Pasha. He went Midas into Vlad's, now he's going to get the blink, but it ensures that he'll remain a force in this game because you know it's going late, Toby. Rubik, Enigma, Spectre, Wyvern. How do you possibly go up high ground without a incredibly large advantage?
Yeah, it's going to be difficult, not to mention the fact you're playing up against Virtus Pro. Like, hero picks aside, VP will have fantastic positioning, and they should have the atomization now that they've gotten a little bit of space against EG, but EG, they're on the hunt. 3-man smoke up. Monkey King's bouncing through the tree lines himself. He's a tree-on-tree action. If you can find him. Actually, he's not even on a tree. He's lower. He's just... Okay, yeah, he is on top of the tree.
Oh.
Midnight Pulse doesn't slam him down. Bounce up, Spirit forward. Going up the Wukong's command. No one. He's actually going to kill Samel inside the Wukong. Shipful flying forward. That wasn't part of the plan. And how do they now reach him? He'll bounce up in a little bit, but the Urn's making it difficult for no one to get out of here. And he'll... Really? He's going to live through this?
Was that 1-on-5?
That was... Yeah. Yeah. All right, sure.
It's the second time I think S4 is a bit off of his Midnight Pulse. Has to look to just clear like max number of trees, cut off the escape mechanism. Instead he overlaps where the Ember Spirit hunted.
Right? Like you want the Midnight Pulse so you can drop the Monkey King off it.
It's like right on top of where Samel does. It's almost like watching a cartoon as they try and chase the Roadrunner, and he leads them right under the descending anvil, and Samel, playing the part of Wile E. Coyote, has now had an entire respawn timer to think about his mistakes.
I did that? Yeah. I did that. Yeah, I did that. Well, EG. This is what's going to give more power to the Virtus Pro lineup. They still have the farming up Arteezy. He has the Battle Fury already up and running. The Courier is bringing a Shadow Blade out to him as well, so the initiation is the walk up, but this is nice because it can convert into that Silver Edge against the Spec later on, or the Monkey King, however you want to play it.
They're just going to have concerns because all 3 cores on VP are scaling. And Sumail, once again, not having the greatest game. He wants to get involved, but you've been outplayed and outmatched around the map now a few times. And the Pasha Brew split is still something I don't know if you can fight into. VP will have that team fight edge.
Great Observer Ward's already scouted out the Shadow Blade and Arteezy. Crit and Fly are hanging around, but with the smoke up from Virtus Pro, and Nero Sharp, but that's not what they want. The bounce up, and now Brewmaster, Enigma, where's this black hole? Everyone's grouped up together with a ship flying over the top. You got the Crimson Guard for protection, but no one. BKBs, it's fresh, it's here, but S4's having real troubles. They're slapping him down, they're getting the damage in, but how long can he survive? Not long enough. 45 seconds down, Fly gets picked up and dropped back in as well, but Roger, he wants more. Jumps forward, the Yules have run to Samel. No more Flame Guard to protect him. Oh no, he waited it out. They have the time, but no, not the life. Ramses works it out, maybe with this jump, but Arteezy does minimal to no damage. He can't even kill Roger, who spins and TPs away to safety. Arteezy's going down. Virtus Pro!
Oh my God, Toby.
This is a D2 SmackDown.
They're just playing better. They're playing much better. And I don't even know what to say. That was flawless. They just crushed them.
It really is that anvil drop. Like EG think they've finally got the target. They think they've got the Roadrunner in their mouth, but all they have is themselves. Sumail now even missing the Sleight of Fist searing chains, allowing Sol to TP out. S4 doesn't find him. The Midnight Pulse is too short.
They're just using just enough to find the 1 kill. EG looks to commit. You can see they blow the Crimson Guard. They're going to try to save S4, but they're just in such a rough position. You can't kill Brew. As soon as that splits off, look at Arteezy. He has absolutely no impact on this fight whatsoever. They blow Crimson to save S4, but he's not going to stay alive. And the timing from VP, they get the BKB on no one and immediately find the fight they wanted.
This is at least, in some ways, it was good from S4. If he blew the black hole, Roger was in the position to steal it instantly. He knew not to blow it, because if he gives that, the next team fight would belong to Virtus Pro.
Top lane, they still have the BKB on the Monkey King, but they blew the Haunt.
Well, there's the BKB
S4?
again, S4. Well, the Spectral Haunt. Spectre comes into the middle of this one, and maybe they got the follow-up. Combining with the Torrent. S4 slow on life. The ship will connect, but there's just no follow-up. Where's the rest of the team from EG? Samael is in mid. Arteezy was on bottom lane. They could not get there in time.
Yeah, and I just don't think EG is playing to their draft archetype. They're the team that has to control tempo, play around the map, play faster than VP, but it just seems like Virtus Pro can do no wrong. They're everywhere.
With that black hole down too, this is when potentially VP, can they look towards Roshan? Have they got the damage to get this fast enough? Do they even need to take the risk?
With the Brew Vlads, you could threaten it, but really, I think you just want to ensure the Jug doesn't get an Aegis.
Yeah.
The issue with the Juggernaut carry is, as we saw in that last engagement, you have to sort of snowball fight, find that opening kill, like you might right here.
Omni Slash, isolate him, hold, and chop.
Yeah.
708 gold goes to Fly. The pick up, throw him down, Omni Slash, sold, that's easy. TPing out the time as he got it. He's away! Fly's in trouble, however. He is not away. Fly has no way to escape from this. But you'll take it. You will take it. Fly grabs so much money for that kill. It'll go towards the Glimmer Cape. Possible protection in dangerous zones.
Arteezy has got to be, I don't know if it was planned or not, but he lives there only because he didn't level up his ultimate to level 3. He hit 18, but when Roger stole the spell, it was still just level 2. Those last 2 slices would have 100% taken him out before the teleport. So we'll just call that next level.
All right, next level. You're amazing. So, Virtus Pro, maybe be a little bit more careful as EG able to get successful ganks. S4. Oh, Observer Ward planted down by Roger, hoping to actually find S4 in the tree lines. What's he got? He's got Omni Slash still stolen, but he won't find him. S4 stays inside the fog of war. Pasha has Blink Dagger available, and S4, yeah. Okay, Pasha will blink away when he sees S4 now. Doesn't understand just how much of EG is behind him.
And it's so cool what Pasha's doing. He's going to be the one going for the Radiance. Instead, Ramses is going to go for more of this fighting build, and he's been fighting this entire game. Manta into Diffusal, the Radiance next for Pasha, because all he needs to do is get split off and run his Brewlings in to provide those auras. Of course, the control of the Storm Panda.
So he gets to do that, but the Silver Edge is being completed on Arteezy. He'll have to buy out in order to actually get it. Meanwhile, Virtus Pro, they enter the pit. They will look for the big man. Evil Genius's Black Hole's off cooldown in 9 seconds time. S4 still pushing the bottom lane. He has a shrine to TP onto, but the vision game from VP is just way too good. Now the ping is coming as the catapult goes inside of Roshan. They see the position. 3.2k on Roshan. Crit can buy some time. He's got the torrent flying in. It's only going to clip the illusion of Ramses. And with the Searing Chains underneath the Sentry Ward, maybe some trouble for Solo, but the Brewmaster split is there to create the space. They just want this kill on the Winter Wyvern. Remove that team fight control with a Sleight of Fist. They do find the kill. Roshan will finally go down, but just a straight up buyback. And with the Spectral Horn to the front line, Black Hole is out. S4 holding the Brewlings, holding extra Monkey King out, but Roger, he's got the Black Hole! And he locks him in! Evil Geniuses! Crit and Samael on the receiving end of the Abyss.
Solo's got to be laughing right now. That's the oldest trick in the book. How many times have we seen him deliberately feed himself into an immediate buyback? They blew so many cooldowns to kill him. It secures the Roche, and Pasha just patiently waits for his ally to die before he decides to split and ensure that he's going to be able to take control.
Let's see that again. The first black hole, it's good control, but once again it's a black hole with no follow-up, and Roger grabs it, the perfect position. And Evil Geniuses have no answer, but they don't lose out too heavily. Give me a high five.
Oh, yeah. And VP are feeling themselves. And right now, I mean, if you're EG, you've got to come up with some sort of miracle.
He's not playing today. Great minds think alike. Roger's getting a lot of space on bottom lane. The black hole will be off cooldown in 2 minutes. It's going to be close on the duration for him, but the blink dagger, that's why they're trying to give him the farm on bottom.
Like, if you're EG, the answer is short fights. You want guerrilla-style engagements. Get a kill, get that second kill, Omni-slash on solo targets. VP, if you can continue drawing out the fights, staggering the usage of their big ultimates, you're never going to lose a team fight. EG need to find some sort of vision advantage and capitalize to come back from this disadvantage.
Arteezy's on the bottom. He pops the healing ward, just, I don't know why, to the back lines, but he's looking for a target. Saw no one, pounds up to the trees. They need some clearance. Crit. Is there a torrent? Is there something? No one, as far as the eye can see. He doesn't see Arteezy. They come out of it. The torrent, it does connect onto Solo. But Arteezy doesn't have flying vision.
Yep. And no one going for that tree dance talent. I'm talking about how EG needs a vision advantage to win this. How is that possible when you have a Monkey King that can leap through the trees faster than Tarzan?
Gosh, it was a 29-minute radiance on this Brewmaster. Like, his presence in teamfight is now such a hindrance to evil geniuses. And the blink dagger is on Rubik, so Roger's positioning even better.
And every time he splits now, 20 seconds of total dominance. I feel like you might have to kill the Brew, but how? And Ramses.
Yep, well, he's going to Spectral Horn away. He looks over towards Crit. Has enough mana for a dagger. Crit trying to bait it out around the torrent, but Ramsey just way too good. Fancy footwork. Crit slowed up and a double kill for the #1 of Virtus Pro. Monkey King still looking for more. No one. Oh, that's nice from S4. He doesn't have the black hole available. Won't matter. Sumail hold him in position. The slap down is there, but it won't help.
Arteezy's getting outplayed in the meantime, though. Solo baits out his ultimate. He's going to cancel this TP spin. Oh, no, he won't.
Wait, what?
He spun off the dust. He spun off the dust and got the TP out with the invis.
Nice.
That was so sick from both sides. Solo baited Artur, knowing that he would go for the kill. Glimmer capes his ultimate. But just not enough. He baited him. He TP'd Shrine knowing that Artur would run that path up the high ground. Again, these teams, they're playing on a level that most of you in the audience and back home on Twitch can really only dream about.
I will definitely dream for a long time. But that's why I'm a commentator. S4 has his blink dagger available. He's looking for that big initiation. He's looking to catch the Rubik more than any. Like, if he can get the Rubik and the Wyvern, he'll be pretty happy with what he's got. But look at that. Hilariously enough, that's a better chance than what EG had previously, I think. Like, even if we do move from 18 minutes. It feels like EG is just getting more items. Yes, the spec is big. Dota Plus will always favor that, but the Ember's able to move more around the map. You've got more maneuverability from Sumail. He can buy Blink Dagger and 30 gold, combining with his Yules and Maelstrom. This can delay the game nicely. That global answer to the Spectre who's just able to farm. Arteezy moving towards having that Skadi, and he farms real quick thanks to the Battle Fury. Enigma's got what he needs for the team fight, even Spirit Vessel available on Crit. Jump over, no one. Well, he's got the information, he's got the space, and Rubik, well, he's currently nightmared up. S4 will die, Fly will join him as well. He can buy some time enfeebling no one, reducing the damage, but you can't stop that.
And they're just playing so well around the map, and EG, they don't really have an answer. Their damage output can't take VP in a fight, and they're not confident to move out on the map and take risks because VP's just, their movement is perfect.
It does feel like a little bit of space got created. The Aegis Immortal will time out, so Virtus Pro unable to take a tier 3 tower during this time. But in the late game, who do you even favor in this? The team fight looks wonderful for Evil Geniuses, but the counter team fight for VP looks better.
Yeah, I mean, you're just a fan of Enigma, Toby, but he's up against two heroes that can cancel.
I have two Enigmas in this game. It's called Rubik and Enigma.
And that's the issue, because you also have the threat of the Wyvern that can always cancel S4. And if you get your ult canceled, it's the easiest thing in the world for Roger to just casually stroll over, steal your spell, and now just ult on top of the Wyvern ult as it fades.
Arteezy's waiting for an opportunity up on top lane. Ramses is about to present it without the Aegis Immortal. That feels a little bit nicer to go on bottom lane. Sumail is trying to play this long distance defense. He actually didn't buy the Blink Dagger, and now he's looking to actually switch it out. He switched through two different items and ended up resting on a Lincoln Sphere.
He actually bought the Ultimate Orb earlier and then sold it. And then Q Blink, and then Shiva's. He doesn't really know what to do, and truthfully I don't either, because really he needs all those items to be in a position to make the plays that his team needs him to.
Yeah. At this point, there's probably even internal discussion going around EG. It's like, okay, at least we've slowed down the pace of the game. Arteezy continues his farming. He's going for Nullifier as his next item. He's got a lot of cash banked up, 5.1k. The surplus is 3.1. Meanwhile, Spec is looking for an extra lockdown of her own. Looking for the full Abyssal Blade.
Arteezy understands the way he's got to win this game. It's just taking out a target by himself. The concern with Jug is like you need to be that further item ahead. It was the same with Terrorblade in game 1. It looks on paper like he might be able to carry this, but it's 3 against 1.
Make him sound like a Nyx assassin. Hey, go out there. Just stab him in the back. Create some space.
It's going to take something miraculous. If you're EG, you got to get on top of the supports and allow S4 to get a 2-man ult off on the cores. But we talked about it right after the opener. Spectre versus Enigma, you pick this because you have so much reach. You're just right on top of him.
He bought the Skadi out. Arteezy will continue to fight without buyback. He's got the rest of EG with buyback. So even if a bad team fight does happen, EG should be able to at least hold their high ground. Can't believe how long Monkey King has been stalking the bottom lane. Samael's going to walk right underneath the tree, and that's why no one jumps down Spectral Horn, and instantly the Abyssal Blade is revealed. It was only just done, and he found Arteezy spinning, Shadow Bladed up, or Silver Edged up, continues the run, but they follow the dagger, and now into the Omnislash. No! Arteezy! He broke it out with the Mana Style. He couldn't complete the ultimate. Now no one. He's also free after Bane was set up towards the air. Fiendstrom cancelled, and you know VP go from one to the next to the next. 4 heroes down from EG. I was talking about the buybacks being available, but they didn't want to use them.
It just like a cat playing with a mouse, Toby.
That's a very dangerous cat. Evil geniuses will have to burn at least 1 buyback if they want to defend.
It's just so fast. They, as you said, scout, waiting for someone for so long. Immediately, no one stunned. The Spectre Haunt, Abyssal, and as soon as he gets the last hit, Ramses is already hunting for more. Pasha there with the gem on his Brewlings, immediately splitting, then continuing to pursue.
They've got time with the fortification up. Ember is now back to the world of living. VP trying to beat this melee. Rax down, Kunker's up as well. VP, how much do you really want to go for? S4 jumping forward with a blink dagger. He'll get the Sons of the Monkey King taking out the tree, but S4 with a Malphus follow-up too. Monkey King's not healthy. The Nightmare will be switched off by Pasha, so Ramses can just continue his fight. Cold Embrace, protecting no one for the moment. But Roger, you see where he is at the back lines. He's ready for any kind of initiation that S4 goes for, to steal it and return it. That's only if they felt the need, which they don't. Mid-Rax is Virtus.pro's.
You just can't win a fight. You can't play this game as S4 if the supports aren't dealt with. And when you're this far behind, what do? There's a Glimmer Cape and a Blink on Solo. It's a Blink and a Yules on Roger. Their positioning is going to be perfect.
Virtus.pro just in such a great position, and this is the type of game they want going into a grand final against Secret, who have looked really good. And now here comes VP again into the back lines, going after the Juggernaut. That's why Ramsey went in there. Abyssal Blade as well. Arteezy, he's going to have to Omnisize with everything around him. The curse is out. Who's going to kill who, however? No one's in range of it for the moment, but it won't matter when the Bane goes down. Black Hole out from S4. Holding Ramsey, but no, it's still enough with the Solar Black Hole instantly cancelled. Rubik, he's going to go down. There was a good stun, but no Arteezy. Samael has buyback to Barbel. They're going to burn him thick and fast. The hits are just coming so hard. How do you defend this?
So powerful. Pasha is just a beast. He's got the same net worth as Arteezy and his 2 cores. His friends are still 1 and 2 in the game. You just can't fight the side of VP unless you get, again, something stupendous. You need a 4-man black hole, and that's on cooldown for 2 minutes, Tobes.
They're going to X-Mark Torrent, S4. Trying to help burn through Ramses. The level 4 Midnight Pulse to Mail, realizing just how hard they hit. Same for S4, he's too far out, well away from the ship. Under his own tower, he shall die. Buyback to Barbel, but they bring down the raid boss. 1,300? Crit's able to take the kill for it. He'll die underneath his own tower. The buybacks just really aren't there. S4 TPing out right on top of the Brewmaster. Blinks away. That's confidence, and that may just be the game. If S4 goes down here, Samael has no one else to defend the base. He shall be hunted. He shall be murdered. He wants to go after Pasha, but the Searing Chains, as you said, he's got so much net worth on the Brewmaster. The Sumail's chip damage is exactly that. It's a chip off a huge block.
And there's, I mean, respect to EG for playing it out, but at this point, VP looking dominant.
How many times must EG be denied the grand final of a major?
Yeah.
Virtus Pro, they're no strangers to it. We saw it up there. How many is 4 majors they've managed to win? And this is a huge one as well. The DPC thinned out the majors. These kind of points only come around 5 times in the year to qualify into TI. Arteezy, oh, he wants the solo kill, but the jump forward from Sumail makes Monkey think twice about it.
And buying out a butterfly is no one, looking to end this game fast. Roche is up, but do you even need to wait for that if you're VP? You can just take a fight the moment your Spectre respawns, and
Monkey's looking for it. This BKB's up in 2. Sees Fly.
I think he dodged that sentry ward. He did. They do not know he's here. He could just wait for Ramses. They know Sumail has no buyback.
Oh, it's just Sleight of Fist. Fortification trying to keep the creep wave alive, and Sumail, he smells something wrong. Does he smell Monkey? There's your jump with the horn in. Goodbye, Sumail.
And look at this already. Ramses hunting for more. Mid-lane Fly.
Man, he does not stop. Every opportunity, the Spectral Dagger. It's a nightmare for Vayne. The tier 2 tower on the top lane has been brought down by Pasha, opening up a little bit more while Ramses takes the tier 3 tower on bottom. Evil geniuses. Like, yeah, Blink Black Hole is up, and look where they're going. They're just going after Pasha. You want to jump this? You may as well just go in. Pasha, he gets a split up. They never got the chance. Curses on S4. RT needs to get out of range of it. He's able to do so. Thanks to spin. S4 blinks away. Meanwhile, the bottom right is being removed, but no one. Wukong command up. What a zoner. S4, he used the Midnight Pulse to break free, but he'll go down as well. A minute on the sideline. EG, there looks to be no hope. 3 heroes up. This is the last hurrah. Omni Slash is available. They're bouncing around. No one feels good about this. They'll go after Solo, but the slap down Arteezy, Abyssal bladed. He's gone. No big call. GG. Virtus Pro are going to the grand final of the KL Major.
And what a matchup. The way they played in this last series, only Secret has a chance of taking them.